What's up, everyone out there? Going with some natural light today. Not gonna have that fucking light in my eyes today, so that'll be good. I'm not gonna be all squinting. I think everybody thinks I'm super baked in all of my streams, and the answer is yeah, kind of, but it's a nerves thing. This is more of a lights thing. Let's see if it has problems. Let's see if it has problems focusing or what the story is, but I got some beautiful natural light here to my left, along with a beautiful cat. There's a beautiful cat sitting right there. Hey, buddy. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful animal sitting right there. Wow. That is a beautiful boy. How you guys doing today? It's an early morning stream. I tried to get one yesterday. I'm just going to be straight with you guys. Yesterday, I woke up with the intention of streaming, and then it was garbage. The tones were terrible. I couldn't get a good tone to save my fucking life. And I just was like, I was like 90 or 60 minutes in. I was like, nah, screw this nonsense. We're going to do it this way instead. And I just was like, yeah. I was going to come back, but then I got into Far Cry 4 again. And I'm going to do that again today. I think I'm going to turn on a light, though. What do you guys think of the lighting here so far? Does it look okay? A little bit dull, eh? It's going to be that way. Hang on. We're going to fix it. Thought we were going to try it. Oh! Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, let's see how that looks. Is that better? Is that okay? Are we okay now? We're eventually here. We're gonna hang out with Nam today, and one important thing, and in fact, he's here. That's awesome, because the one big thing we're doing today is we're checking out the tutor pack that is going to be going into, and I have not had a chance to really sit down and rock with it. So we are going to be testing Tutor's NAM tool, NAM Universal Toolkit. What is the difference between the A1 and the alternative arch? If you don't mind me asking, Tutor. Man, is it the camera that is... It is just, it's fickle today. It's fickle. All right. Taking a second to get comfortable today. Perfect timing. It is perfect timing. Hey, are you making coffee, by the way? You should. I just told my wife that she should totally make another coffee today. And I'm just like, if you do that, I'm all in. I'll have one. I can't actually help you, but I am in. I'll have a decaf, please. It is perfect timing. It's the highest qualities. A1 is the standard NAM. So alternative is the lower and A1 is the high. Has larger models. Okay, cool. So let's go into the A1. And so this is all the stuff. If you're not familiar, Adrian, aka Tutor, is the newest member of our team over here at the Amsterdam Universe. We had him jump in. We have some. It's a weird conversation to jump into if you've never jumped into our group chat before, though. So it's like everybody. We have various people in various situations right now. Pedro is going through some really tough stuff. So let's hear some big positive vibes for Pedro. As there's some flooding in his part of the world again, and going through it. Just wanted to mention that. We're here for you, buddy. Holy cow. All right, what's going on to Pedro? What's going on to Juana? What's going on to Tangitara? Carlos? Wow. Gerastashu? Wow, that's a last name, brother? Gerastashu. Oh, wow. Wonderful. It's fun to say, Gerastashu. Hello, how are you, Carlos? Nice to see you. You are brand new to the stream. Welcome. We usually like to give brand new people something for jumping in, but today I don't have anything on the chopping block. Alternative is higher, pushing. Alternative is higher, even higher. I see. So anyhow, we are going over. This is going to be a toolkit. An upgrade to our toolkit. There's going to be a couple things in and a couple things out of our toolkit. And if you've downloaded NAM Universal for free, and I have it, you'll notice in my other frame, I'll have it as the world's best NAM player. A lot of people tell us this is the best NAM player out there. This thing is awesome. So what is Adrian included here in his toolkit, part of the toolkit? He's got a bad cat Lynx 50, Sierra Tone Chupacabra. I'm not familiar with the Sierra Tone amps just yet. Also forgot to let the dudes know that we're on here. Also forgot to let the dudes know. Always want to make sure that we do that. Okay. On with NAM for a bit. There we go. Just letting the team know. All right, cool. I don't know the Sierra Tone amps as well as some folks do. There's the Molecular, the King Kong, and the Chupacabra. I don't know much about those amps, but it makes me want to go and learn something about those amps because I don't have Bo here right in the moment. I know that Tudor probably knows the amps pretty well. I cherry-picked some stuff from the packs, profiles that I mostly gravitate when I play. Awesome. I really appreciate that. So you'll notice that we've got Diesel VH4, you've got Friedman's, High Watts, Fortin Design, High Watt Super High 50. You've got just so much different stuff here. You've got the MT100, Reloaded, Meza Boogie Badlander, and these are mostly... Are these mostly full rigs, or are these mostly just the... Are these mostly full rigs, or are these mostly heads? I see DIs, but I just want to make sure. King Kong is a Cameron CCV. Chupa is like a Fortin Gower modded Jose amp. Ooh, we'll have to start there now, shall we? Okay, I guess there's a little bit of column A and column B. Okay, so I have to make sure. So the DI is all I want because I'm in the middle of just... Each folder has DI and mics. Okay, cool. I'm just noticing that now. All right, let's see what we got. I'm going to load my IR. That's part of this kit, by the way. I'm going to bring the volume up. Don't worry. Not in tune. Close. I hadn't even tuned it yet. So this is my early 2000s, late 90s LTD EC1000. I very much love this guitar a whole bunch. It has a set of Z Labs pickups in it, although I can't tell you much beyond ceramic and Alnico on this one. I can't actually remember the specs. They've got this cool carbon fiber look. I got them made ages ago. Check out Z Labs. Sick company. Wow. All right, so a couple things about the next version. I'm not going to tell you guys too much because I know there are other companies working on other NAM players, and I just don't want to give anybody any ideas. All I can say is what we're doing here is going to be awesome. It's going to be huge. We are taking an already great plugin as is and making it considerably better. There will be some freemium stuff coming down the road where there are going to be some paid expansions. However, the free version will be everything this is and like 10 times more. Plus the toolkit is going to get larger with the acquisitions of stuff from Tutor that we're currently checking out. So you'll be able to get this specific capture right here that I'm using right now for $0.00. This is from the Chupacabra. And that is we're just scratching the surface. Scratch the surface. And we're going through some of the radness in here. All right, hold on. If you want to use IRs, DIs, if you want to, yeah, I'm mostly a guy that uses IRs. We're going to be coming up with a button, though. I think you just brought up a good idea for a feature where if somebody's wanting to switch to a full rig capture, there'll be a full rig button where they can just hit the full rig button, and it'll maybe just automatically bypass a couple of the components that I'm not 100% sure we're going to do just yet, but we'll see. In any case, all the profiles I submitted for the have calibration metadata in them. Nice. So when Namu gets calibration metadata, support folks won't need to worry about input knob gymnastics. For me, I think the input knob stuff's just about feel. I just touch it when I feel like it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Bo in the house. Nice to see you, buddy. No, it's not in there yet, Ton. It's going to be in there for the release version of the new plugin, which will be... I'm not sure yet. Sounds terrific. Terrific. That's really appreciated, though, Tutor, because I know a lot of people are very, very interested in the whole calibration side of things and making sure everything is exactly as need be. Today is a holiday. It's Family Day in Canada. If you are celebrating any kind of holiday today, cheers to you. Although I know I don't believe there's this. I don't believe there's any kind of a holiday in the States today. could get some really great old school thrash tones out of this. Let's just scoop it out a tiny bit more. And then let's turn up the tight knob a little bit. Sounds pretty good. It sounds really good though, like really good. This is a fantastic sounding capture. I'm still a bit stuffed up, but the edge of breakup stuff is problematic. Same with cleans if the levels aren't set up the right way. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Off topic, Sonu Lab announced their new Stomp Station Pro thing. Looks awesome. Has a support for NAM profiles, no conversion. Adrian, did you ever consider to upload the IR on your packs so we can mix? Yeah, nice. Is it the same IR? That sounds so big. So big and so massive. Let's go use the Tremonti. Cherokee. It's a great song. Let's see what we got. Big old bottom end on that. Oh, jeez, it's so much bottom end. Fire up some of these overdrive. If you notice here, if you go into it, you've got Fat Dracula. That stuff will be getting pulled out, but we do have the Metal Tune Music, Pip Priss, Skullage, Tim R, and soon to be added the Tudor portion of the pedal section that we're going to go check out right now. A bit low energy today, folks. Bit low energy, but it is what it is. It's morning still. I wasn't actually going to come on today, but then I was like, you know what? It's got to happen because yesterday I just feel like I wasn't good yesterday. See what we got here. Wow. DFX Klon with Fortin Hext. Nice. Grind. Let's try the grind for now. Sounded pretty tight like a tiger. I'll stack the cabs on top of each other and record the top cab, avoid reflections. To see a video that says $680 for what? For a Marshall cab? What's happening right now? That's cold air, man. Go away. I do like having the natural light in here today, though. I'm sorry if I'm not in my basement surrounded by rope lighting and darkness and big gulp cups, but I mean, I could get some big gulp cups. Wow. Holy smokes, that's a great sounding amp. I really would like to try it in its real life. So much low end. Hold on a sec here. I'm reading through. The Tremonti amp has the biggest transformers from any amp I've seen. Really? I've heard that the 100 watt is a real machine to be upheld. Sorry, to be witnessed. That instigator, man, putting it out in front of just about anything in here, and it'll give you. So much. So beefy. All right, we're going to be moving along. We're just kind of hanging out today. If you have any questions about NAMM Universal, if you have any questions about anything, these are good times to ask. I don't care what you're asking about. This is not a developer specific stream of any kind, so feel free to ask about anything, any developer. We have some great people in the chat today that can also answer your questions if I can't. Also, if you have any questions for Tudor while he's here. He is one of several of our top shelf NAMM experts. We have Pip. Pip Priss obviously is just a ninja with NAMM. Bo's got some really good skills with NAMM. Tudor, Eddie, everyone. We have so many different people on the staff that love using NAMM. So I think it's pretty rad to have that. I'm gonna check out this Fortin designed high watt. I don't know if I've ever heard anything about this. Let's check it out. Sure sounds like a high watt. I don't think I've ever heard of the high watt super high 50. So we're gonna go learn something. Super high 50. And now what is this? Is this designed to be this is a Mike Fortin designed amp. Is this designed to be like high gain? What's the story on this head? Maybe I could go to, there's no page for it. Kyle Bull did a video. Fortin killed it. High watt super high 50. Hot rodded extreme high gain fire breather designed by heavy metal Mike Fortin Force for high watt. Okay. Is this a newer amp? When is this? Why have I never heard of this amp? All right, now that I know where we're at. This impulse response I'm using has a ton low end right now, so I should be dialing it back, but the tight control's already up, so they just, yeah. Now that sounds cool. Let's just turn that off, turn that back up, turn this off. We'll get ourselves a different pad. Oh, what do we want to use? Huh. All right, we can use this just for a minute because I want to use something sounds delicious. That's sounding pretty darn good. I don't know about you guys. To me, that's sounding delicious. They only did a very limited run, custom shop run for crazy money. That would explain why Kyle Bull has one. That dude, is there an amp he doesn't have? That guy's crazy. He's a very nice human being, though. I've gotten to know Kyle over the last couple of months due to talking about maybe something. And if you know what I typically talk to people about, I mean, you can put some things together if you'd like. Anyhow, Kyle is he's a hell of a nice guy, and he knows he's another one of those. He's one of those people that I think could get a great tone out of a potato. Really could. Holy shit, this sounds awesome. These are going to be free in the pack. Holy crap. Again, when you put it with the instigator, boy, oh boy, they get along good. Holy crap. Holy. Holy shooting poop. Holy beefy. I'm learning things about amps all the time while using NAMM, more so than you will with plugins, because it's quite simply there are so many pieces of gear out there that will never, ever have a plugin dedicated or modeled from them, because they're just not simply not in high enough demand, and there's no real demand for them out there beyond maybe a handful of people, maybe 100 people, maybe it's not, who knows. So having some really good NAMM captures based on this gear, just for those people that love that gear. I mean, when it comes to plugins, you think about how many hours and hours and hours and resources, and as business is business. If it's not going to sell, then developers are essentially not going to waste their time. They're not going to waste their time going through it. They're just not going to waste their time. That's it. If it's something that's not going to sell, and you're not going to, the return on investment is a big deal, right? So if you're wondering and you're out there and they're like, why won't a developer do my favorite piece of gear? And it's just the fact of the matter is it might not be popular enough for them to touch on, or no one at that particular developer, no one there is interested in that gear. Even if you recommend it and recommend it and recommend it and recommend it, if nobody there really cares about it, the other factor is, has it already been excuse me, has it already been done a lot of times. In this case, you can go to Tone Hunt / Tone 3000 as it's now known, just by clicking this little button. In the current plugin, this will be in the new plugin, it'll change to Tone 3000. But you can just click that and we're already there anyway. So you can go over here. I'm checking out a newer creator that I've never heard of before that's getting a lot of downloads. I'm noticing here, but I'm noticing some things that have me. I'm scratching my head a little bit on certain inclusions here. Have me scratching my head a little bit. Amalgam Audio, 41,000 downloads. Now, Tutor, do you know this creator? Is this again? This is not a creator that I can vouch for because I don't know the person. I don't know anybody that knows them, and there is some gear in here that there's definitely some amazing gear in here. Amazing gear. There's also some gear in here that has me scratch them in my head a little bit. Interesting. COVID killed its launch. That sucks. Then it sat in limbo for a good while. They only did a limited number. Of course they did. Amalgam's legit. They do a lot of Tone X. I know him. Never mind. So 100% legit. So now you can go and check out this creator. Yup. I'm going to give them a follow. Boop. And that's the thing you can do. And then next time you come here, you go into your profile, and then you just look into your followers. You go like this, profiles and tones, following, and these are all just the small amount that of people I'm following at this exact moment. And you notice that Tutor is right here. 188,000, almost 189,000 downloads. Cheers to that. All right, so we're just checking out his inclusion to what will be the new toolkit in the new NAMM Universal that will be coming out inside the next. Holy shit, I'm going to be able to use this for free? Okay, sounds good to me. No, it sounded good exactly where it was. Cool freaking beans. That is awesome. I'm still going to check out a couple more of these. This is so far my favorite pack. Tutor, what kind of stuff are you into? What kind of like tunes, bands, genres? What floats your boat most? Where do you mostly steer the ship? I mean, most of us on the team here are pretty versatile when it comes to different types of music, but we're always curious. What is the type of stuff that gets you? I'm noticing, man, there's just so many great amps that you have in here. I'm going to check out the VH4 while we're here. Big beefy boy. What did I do here? No. That is big old beefy. Those bones. That is beef. Beef. There we go, Madam Blueface. What are the fundamental differences between the silver and Blueface VH4s? I thought I knew, and I think we've discussed this in a stream before, but I can't remember off the top of it. He's a good boy. Legit stuff, all of it. Godsmack, In Flames, Aerosmith, Meshuggah, Keith Marrow, Alluvial, West Hope, Blink-182, Alice in Chains, Perfect Circle, Mint. That is a wide spectrum, sir. A lot of great tones in there too. Supposedly, the blue ones have an extra tube, supposedly for the clean channel, but there's no other differences. That's weird, isn't it? Super weird. Super weird, man. Super weird. I'm having a great time. I love going through like new viddles of things, and oh man, Andy is gonna shit if this is awesome. He's the biggest fan of the SLO 100 that I've ever known. I feel like the SLO 100 in general has actually, let me frame this as a question. Tudor, what do you think is the most captured here? A couple good questions actually. What do you think is the most captured piece of gear, the most capably captured piece of gear? Second question, what's a piece of gear that you think is in high demand that has not been done really yet, that you're thinking about, you know, what's in high demand right now? What is something you just don't see enough of? For me, that's going to be bass gear, probably. The amp I see most often, I see a lot of SLOs. I see the Soldano SLO a lot. I see 5150s a lot. I see a lot of rectifiers on there. A lot of Sans amp bass gear. But it would be nice to see, it would be awesome if somebody that had like a really sick full collection of bass amps, like so many of these people that have like these collections of guitar amps, or it'd be awesome if somebody just did bass packs. You know, I feel like bass is like an afterthought. And I have a theory on this, that the reason that you see so many bass preamps and things of that sort is because a lot of people that capture their own guitar gear have those bass solutions around. They'll have tons of guitar gear, and when it comes to recording bass, they'll have a couple of dark glass pedals or a Sans amp or something, so they'll capture that as well. And I just don't find that there's anybody out there that's just like, I'm gonna go and capture an insane amount of bass gear. I would love to see bass gear kind of catch up. I know that bass just doesn't, isn't downloaded as much. I know it's also similar with bass plugins when it comes to bass amp sims and bass plugins. There are fewer bass players using them than there are guitarists rather, because simply one main fucking reason is that excuse me, a lot of bass players, they don't even bother messing with plugins at all. They have their in-house units, like they have their dark glass, they have there's so many compact and amazing solutions for bass that they don't even really have to fucking worry about it. So they just plug straight in and they do it that way. But finding bass players, like finding guitar players that play bass and will do a plugin demo is one thing, but then finding a bass player that just straight up uses plugins is tougher to find than you might think. Okay, that sounds awesome. Right up, straight out of the blocks. That sounds amazing. That's the other thing that the Instigator is really good for, is if you want your lead tones to poke out a little bit more, you want a little bit more sustain, a little bit more bite, this can help you out, especially if your lead tones are a little bit maybe boring or sterile. There really is no call anymore for bad tone. There just isn't. Is with something that's, you know, so much free stuff, not just NAMM Universal, but there are a number of incredible free plugins out there. Having no money is not an excuse to have bad mixes. Having no money or no budget is no excuse to have bad tone. Everything is achievable. The only thing that I think stands in some folks' way when it comes to low budget is pickups. I'm going to be straight with you on that one. Not everybody needs the greatest pickups in the world, and not every pickup is super expensive either. You get companies like Iron Gear that provide things at a good price, but having great pickups or premium pickups, whether they're great or doesn't really matter. Having the right premium pickups for the tones you're after is crucially important to not only getting the tones you're after, but also enjoying your amp sims fully. I've seen a lot of complaints from people saying, like, I can't get it to sound like this video or that video. And that is simply because it's often traced back to, you know, a lower quality pickup for a player that's trying to achieve something like modern metal, where it's just that super, super toit sound, especially if they're using like an extended range guitar where it's like a 7-string or an 8-string and they're just using a drop 6 when they're tuning down. The lower you tune down, the more it exposes cheaper pickups. So if you're tuning down and you've got the guitar is set up well, but the pickups are, you know, lower quality. They're simply, what they're doing is they're just not either not picking up all the frequencies that you want to, or they're picking up stuff that you don't want to, and they're you know, kind of, they're just not designed to do what you want them to do, especially when it comes to, you know, tuning down to that F sharp, playing in set with 7 or 8 strings. You need something that's going to provide a little more clarity if you're after the best tones possible. So that being said, instead of going and buying all the different suites that you know that are out there right now, instead save that money. Maybe invest in $100 or whatever it is. Maybe even just a bridge pickup. If you're just a bridge player, you've got a dual pickup guitar and it's just the bridge that you play on, just do the bridge pickup then. No big deal. But doing something so that you'll be able to take full advantage of all the quality of the amp sims that you're downloading and the captures you're downloading as well. So I think with something like NAMM Universal, that, you know, like if you're after, it doesn't really matter whose tone you're after, what style you're after. If you're after death metal, you're after thrash metal, you're after surf rock. But something like surf rock, for example, is going to be, it's going to take more than just a capture. You're going to have to start building a signal chain around something like NAMM Universal, or just plain old NAMM if you'd like. You're going to be building a signal chain around those, with stuff like reverbs and everything else. But these are achievable. You're just going to have to learn how to build your own signal chain, which is super, super important. If you're out there and you're trying to do things on a budget, you're likely not going to find everything inside one comfortable, cozy little box like a lot of your modern suites. You're probably going to have to, you know, you're going to have to go out there and take some chances and build your own signal chains like we have here today. Although it's not that huge a deal, there's just simply delay. I've got a free delay pedal that's after NAMM in this case, and it's a pretty good one. Out of tune, but that's okay. You get it. Hopefully everyone is having a nice Monday morning. It's a holiday here in Canada. I had a couple of days off last week because I was sick, and I'm feeling much better. Still kind of kicking with me, but I'll definitely be able to go back to work tomorrow, which is awesome. Yeah, absolutely, Bo. It's not just, I think it's any hobby, Bo. Anything in the guitar world is designed to be a rabbit hole. Anything. Like I'm a disc golfer. That's what I do. And I'm telling you that is a rabbit hole. It's such a rabbit hole. Play hockey, rabbit hole. Do jujitsu, rabbit hole. Play softball, rabbit hole. You know what I mean? There's so, like, every hobby has the ability to be very expensive or cheaper. There are most hobbies that you can do for pretty cheap. Like, for example, home recording. You take NAMM Universal here, you take all the plugins that come with Reaper on board, or whichever DAW you're working in. You work with what you have available, and if not, you can go into here. If it's something else you're looking for, a free a free EQ plugin, you're looking for a free Marshall sim, you're looking for free this, free that, free the other thing. Hit Google or just hit us up during a stream and ask us, well, guys, what is the best free way to be getting this tone or this artist or this band? Tell us in the chat. If you're right now at home and you're struggling and you're on a budget and you really want to make a recording that sounds like X, not Static X, but let's just, even if you want to sound like Static X, we can help you with that too. But it's just one of those things where if there's anything you guys want to know how to do for free, we will try to get you there the best we can for $0.00. However, if you're able to spend a little bit more, or maybe you're that analog, we're going to call you the big spender, the analog big spender that comes into the plugin world and scoffs at the price of all these things and says, I'm just going to buy this, this, and this, and I'm going to buy them all. Because they're used to buying expensive analog gear. So they come into the plugin world and they just go, bah, 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 bah. And if you're one of those, we can help you spend your money as well. Don't kid yourself. We can help you do both. All right, so we're about an hour in today. We're about 90 minutes today, I think, or so. I guess we're not doing coffee this morning. I'm sad. I'm over here. Oh, sad. Oh, sad. Big beefy low end. That is not the right combination. Sounding big and beefy and bold. Rudy, tone 3000. Rip, yes, indeed. Rip Wayne Static. Indeed. Rest in peace, Wayne Static. And his entertainer wife, Tara, I believe it was Tara Ray was her name. I do have to say, though, I really like what Static X is doing with the whole, like, they call him Zero or something. Zero is the robot. He's wearing that, like, the whole, like, the get up on stage. He kind of looks like General Grievous. He's like a punk rock General Grievous now. That's pretty cool. I like it. I'm down. I've watched a couple of their live shows at festivals and stuff on YouTube. Super, super fun. I'm all in on that. Go ahead. Salvation Audio Fortin Meshuggah. This is a clone. Archon Classic 50. BE Deluxe. Let's do the BE Deluxe. Heck yes. It's nice to see they keep the music legacy alive. They do, but some bands, you know, they force it and shit. Some bands, they just force that stuff. 100%. It's all for the money, you know? And if it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just hanging today. You know what somebody needs to just get their hands on is a goddamn butter slacks. I'm gonna guess that there's not one on here. Butter slacks. Did I check this before? No results. No butter slacks for me. There is a Steve Stevens though, right? Is it you that did the Steve Stevens? Steve's. Didn't you? It was Slam and Mofo that did one as well. No, that was. But if you're looking for another real gooder, Slam and Mofo. Is 141,107 downloads. Friedman Jose Arredondo teaser hyper accuracy. This is just a teaser though. What if I don't want a teaser? Trainwreck Express clone teaser. Neat. Those Trainwreck amps are fun. They look like they're made out of like someone's old dresser. You know, like those old Trainwreck amps that they're all varnished, all like light, the super light varnish. It looks like someone just like hacked apart like an old 80s dresser. MXR, a lot of people doing a lot of stuff on those synergy mods. Modules, not mods, modules. I don't know much about the JHS Andy Timmons. I've seen it around though a lot. Rivera Knucklehead. That is another amp that I believe needs a plug-in on the Quickski. What's new and amazing? Jeremy Donovan, nice to see you. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna hang out for about another 15 minutes, I think. And then I gotta get to some work ski. Got a whole bunch of stuff to do today. Some artist relations stuff to do. That's gonna be interesting. Also gonna just try to do some relaxing today. Gonna try to do some relaxing, play a video game maybe today. That would be nice. Just sit here and just play Far Cry 4 unimpeded for the afternoon. Tyler, have you tried You Just Pack from Strange Angles? I have not. I've heard it's quite nice. I've also heard that the Chris Story pack is wonderful from Strange Angles as well. And we're going to be doing a collaboration. We're going to be doing a collaboration with Matt Fig, actually, as well. Matt Fig is going to throw some stuff into the toolkit, but we're also going to do a paid collaboration with him, where we're going to do we're going to inject some high gain and maybe some sludgy doom into his collection. And I'm excited about it because I think that his collection and the gear that he's got and the gear that he can get his hands on, some other things, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Eight people in the house. Hello, how are you? My name is Tyler. Kind of a low-key stream today. We did the 200th episode on Friday, which was kind of a shit show. If I'm being honest, I was quite nervous. I was quite nervous, quite herbally enhanced and elevated, and it was not my best work. Nonetheless, though, the Dave Davidson Tone Suite is finally out. The secret is finally out. The secret plugin that we've been teasing for a long time now. And people really like it. People really, really like it so far. And that's really nice to hear. I think that maybe portions of it. I think there are a lot of people looking for the real easy tones. And I don't know. I think that the plugin is quite easy to dial in. And if you're looking for easy tones, the one knob series will probably take care of you. But this plugin cannot be missed. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be one of 2026's best of the year for certain. Best that's come out so far, in my opinion. So check out the Dave Davidson Tonality, available free trial. Friedman, there's another company that could use some signature suite. A signature fleet of suites. Oh, wonderful. Write that down. Got 9 people now. Let's go. There is an amp sim called Wizard MC EL30 on Tone 3000. An amp sim? Hold on. Charles Rook. You mean Wizard? There's an amp sim. You mean a capture? Hold on. Wizard. Let me type it in. I'm not really sure. I want proof that it's a real wizard though, because I know a couple people have captured. Is it this one here from Vic Audio? Is that the one from Vic, the Vicster? I think I have this one. You'd like more diversity? It's an amp profile. Sorry. When you say amp sim, sometimes people will say like it's. I just read it as you were saying maybe somebody had captured an amp sim, and that is a possibility that someone has captured the wizard in like Tonality Benson or something. That's the one. I think I already have this one. Let me go check. I think I have it in his pack. Have you checked out his full packs, though? You got to check out his packs. Vic Audio. Gold. Man, pack 2.0. Hey, hang on a second. Where is it? Savage Power? Is it in Power Savage? No, that's Powerball and Savage. Nampa. Amps. Whiz. Do I have it in here? I know I have it. Let's go here. Nope, it's not in there. Hold on, we're gonna find it. There it is. Is it in this one? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, MC2. I just want to go and download and unzip MC2. Wizard MC2. It's one of these. Got to be one of these files. Let's check it out. Sounding pretty good. Is that the one? That's the tone right there. Charles Rocks. Nice to have you here, Charles Rocks. Nice to have you here, sir. Nice to have you engaged in the conversation. Hell yeah. Love that. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate you. 8 people in the house. It is a Monday morning. I have the day off work due to a wonderful day called Family Day. After this, I'm going to go give my mom a phone call. Yeah, you're right. All Vic Audio stuff sounds amazing. So make sure you check out his packs. Make sure you're checking out Vic's stuff, because he puts that stuff out there as teachers. Make sure you're also checking out Tutor stuff as well. Tutor, where can they get your stuff from? Like, not the actual link, just tell people that where they can go search for it. So full and tight, bro. Stack that in with like 3 different. Stack that in with like 3 different takes on a rectifier and an orange amp, and it's just so huge. If I was blending this, I would definitely blend this with 2. If I was doing a quad track, I would do 2 tracks of this wizard here, and then I would do definitely do 2 tracks of a rectifier. You hear like the mid qualities here. Tons of mids there, and then I would use that naturally scooped character of the rectifier to be that bulldozer and bulldoze right along with it. That'd be sick, sick, sick. Wowzers. Little bit shrill there. We can probably nuke that. That does sound beautiful. Vic stuff is awesome, though. If you haven't checked out Vic Audio stuff through Oracle Sound, please do that, because Vic stuff is awesome. That would sound good with overdrive and blending. I agree. I can't get enough of that profile. It's so damn good. I just hope I don't overuse it. Even if you do, it's not as if there's not, I don't know, a few more out there that are kicking around. There's a lot of stuff out there, folks. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. Wow, there's a lot of Wizard stuff in here. Wizard Modern Classic plus Fortress Oversize. That's a 212 cab. Good lord. What is a Wizard Hellraiser with Leopard Boost? That sounds too. Who's this guy? Who's this person? It's all Wizard stuff. Wizard and Bogner. Interesting. I wonder if this stuff is any good. But we're going to add him to the list and then grab his stuff next time I'm on. All right, folks, it's about that time. It was fun. I got in here today. We had a good time. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys did as well. Today we went over just more of the amazingly free brilliance that can be, you can just go out there and just don't have to get NAM Universal. It's preferred because, to be honest with you, our toolkit shows you the way. If you've never used NAM before and you're downloading some bad stuff, and you don't really know where that benchmark is set. Is this good? Is it bad? Like, if some people will try a handful of not great NAM captures and then just write NAM off. What crap in is crap out. So what we like to do with our toolkit is to show people, or hey, here, listen, this is what good stuff sounds like. Listen to stuff from Arlington Audio and Tudor and Slam and Mofo and Emil Robe and just so many different capture creators that are out there that are making really, really great stuff. So and some of it'll cost you, some of it will not. If you want to get into the paid realm, a lot of these creators do have paid stuff available. There's also companies like, as mentioned, Strange Angles is out there, Matt Fig is out there, Loudstack is out there, and there's just so much out there that you can get. Whether it's paid or free, some people are just making NAM their only and their everything. They're not bothering with plugins anymore. They're just downloading. There's nothing but NAM stuff for some folks. And hey, if that's the way you want to go, hey, more power to you. But that being said, NAM has not, and in my opinion, just won't replace a full plugin anytime soon. I like having both the best of both worlds at my disposal. So it really depends on you. So true. I know folks that passed on NAM because that was me. When NAM first came out, somebody sent me a zip folder full of stuff I needed to try. I put it in there as they said. I just say, how hard is it? I even used it with my favorite IR, and I just said to myself, no, I'm gonna hang back for about a year on this one, and I did. And I hung back for about a year. And when I jumped back in, it was so much easier to fall in love with NAM because I was able to find there was just so much more out there that existed for high quality profiles and captures and everything else. So now I'm fully all in on this plugin, and Wavemind and us nice folks here at the Amsterdam Universe are working diligently towards getting the new version of NAM Universal out there, and just so people can download it for free, and in time there will be some paid upgrades. So I don't want that to take anybody by surprise. It's not as if we're gonna pull what was that company that did that plugin and made it free and then all of a sudden started charging for it like out of nowhere. I can't remember. Is it ToneLib? That was it, ToneLib. And it's out of nowhere, they just started charging for it, and then the buzz was like, it was kind of a weird situation. But that's not going to be happening here. It's always going to be free. You're always going to have a freemium version of NAM Universal that is going to come out and it is going to be all you could ever need. But if you want to do some of the upgrades, it'll be there. Those will be options for you. There'll be a huge, massive cabinet, 3D cabinet, and all kinds of different upgrades coming up. So you guys, I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait to show it to you. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep promoting this one here because it's a lot of fun. It does the job. Native NAM, no conversion. Nice. Fractal's adding NAM support in their next gen stuff. Yeah. That's pretty sick too. That's pretty awesome though. I really prefer using my own IRs where a lot of amp sims and profiles fall short is in the phase cancellation or phasing. I've heard a lot of shit tones from NAM, but they're only, oh, yeah. I agree. Charles, you know what? You found the right place to park your car, my friend. You found the right channel to hang out in. It's nice having people that know the things that we know and that enjoy the conversations we have here. And by all means, by the way, if you are a brand new user or an intermediate user and you want us to slow down a little bit or explain something that's maybe instead of explaining something like this, maybe drawing that explanation out for you a little further. If we've gone too fast, if something is confusing, please by all means, slow us down, and we will definitely slow things down and make sure that everything that you're trying to achieve happens with your tone. Getting this profile in a fractal would be killer. I agree. Charles rocks. Please do like and subscribe. I will be seeing you hopefully the next stream. My next stream, as far as I know, will be Friday 4:30 Eastern time, Friday 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, as per the usual. But I may jump on during the week, very likely not, but I will very, very certainly see you Friday 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. What are we doing? I have no idea. And then Saturday, likely Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, so if you're looking to join us again, hopefully you will. Thanks for being here today. As mentioned, like and subscribe. If we've entertained you, if we've not, we will continue and strive to entertain you in the future. So you will hit that button and join us again. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.
Man, he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico.